Hello, everyone. Welcome to Optimal Timelines. I am your guide, Sean Collins, and helping you to connect to your most optimal future timeline. So it's that time again. It's time for your monthly Tarotscope readings for the month of February 2022, and it's going to be for your North Node by sign and house. Now, if you're new to the channel, the reason I use your North Node as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign is that it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is the reason why you were born, what you were here to learn and accomplish. So you have much more in common with people that share your North Node as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign. Now, if you're unfamiliar with your North Node, in the description box below, there's going to be some links where you can watch some videos, and also a link to look up your chart so you can find out where your North Node is. So let's get started on the readings. Okay, so this is going to be your monthly Tarotscope readings for February 2022 for everybody with their North Node in Virgo and or the 6th house. So I'm going to connect to the energies and we can begin. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th, and the spread over here represents the second half of the month from the 16th on. I did something a little bit different too, a little extra divination for all of the North Nodes signs and houses. I did a book divination, and I used Jan Spiller's Astrology for the Soul, a great North Node book, one of my favorites. And I did a little message for each of the North Nodes, like I said, by sign and house. And for you North Nodes in Virgo and or the 6th house, what came up for you big time was being a giving person without allowing yourself to be drained. So giving without being drained. That came up as a big message for you. And I'm seeing, okay, the first half of the month, how this is playing out for you is I'm seeing that there is a situation that, you know, you've been dealing with, that it could be, and I'm seeing a couple of things. I'm seeing like it could be dealing with some sort of an addiction within your life, like around you. That could be something you're struggling with, like personally. It could, or it could be someone that you know in the present or in the past, but some sort of an addiction. And it's not only a physical addiction, it could be an addiction to drama, it could be an addiction to, lots of different things, not just substances, okay? But you're dealing with this very intense situation in your life, and I can see that, as I said, it's either happening now you're dealing with, or you're dealing with it from something, you know, in the past. And a lot of this has to do with, with your superpower with your south node in Pisces and or the 12th house, is you have this amazing ability for compassion. Like you have a natural compassion, but the way that could play out, it can play out like I've seen this happen with this placement with the south node in uh, uh, the 12th house or south node in Pisces. It could either be where you end up giving of yourself too much, and that can cause people to be attracted into your life that take advantage of that and kind of drain you. Or I've seen it happen the opposite, where you completely shut down that compassionate side of yourself because it's like an overload. You can't handle it. But what I'm seeing, the way out of this whole situation that you're dealing with, whether it's in the present or in the past, is it's it's time to allow yourself to move on. And what I'm getting big time is that this was part of your experience, because when you everything you've gone through, you've gained knowledge of that through those situations. Okay? Because we can only understand something, truly understand something, unless we go through that. So when you hear of someone having an experience and you've never had that experience and they try to explain it to you, um, you can somewhat understand it, but you really don't understand something until you experience it. The reason that you are experiencing this is because in this lifetime, you are supposed to bring that knowledge and compassion and give it out into your life. Okay? Six of Pentacles. And so the way to not have or to deal with those intense experiences is to have a balance of boundaries between, like, giving to those who deserve it, but not allowing yourself to be drained by others or like taken advantage of. So what you're doing is, you have the 7 of Wands here, okay? This is it's about compassionate setting of boundaries, okay? Um Now, the addiction thing comes up. We see a lot with Pisces and the 12th house, um, because you have a natural inclination to connection to spirituality, connection to universal forces, and it's very, very powerful, within you. But in this lifetime, you're bringing that into a more practical setting. So for your life and those around you, you have an important gift to give, and that gift is an understanding, even if it's subconsciously, of the inner workings of the universe. It's very, very powerful, okay? And along with that is a connection to spirit, a connection to having compassion. And remember that when we experience things and we are finally understand them, then we can truly be compassionate to others, and that's the gift that you're, here to give, to connect with that. So I feel like in this first half of the month, you're struggling with that. The way to understand that and get through that is understand that now you are better equipped to even have more compassion. Always going to that compassion, yet at the same time, if someone or a situation is draining you, you are learning to set boundaries and not get sucked into, you know, something that is, negative and drama ridden. Okay. Now, going off to the second half of the month, I'm seeing kind of a continuation of that, and of this whole month of playing out of this drama situation. And I don't know what it's going to be different from each of you, what area of life and how it's gonna exactly play out. But I do feel like it's going to be something that has to do with definitely a connection to those close to you in your life, whether it's past or present. And it's going to be like dealing with those emotions. particularly I think in the second half of the month. um, what could happen is there could be something that triggers you emotionally because of a message of some sort that has to do with all this, and so there's some sort of a message or communication that kind of, you know, uh, triggers that. And when that happens, ask yourself, okay, I can have do I need to show compassion in this instance, or do I need to set boundaries? And so it's, there are, and so that's, it's an interesting thing you have to ask yourself. That's what's really coming up. So a situation happens that you're dealing with, something from the past, something from the present, whatever it is that comes up, some sort of, whatever it is, always ask yourself this: do I need, in this instance, do I need to be compassionate, or do I need to set boundaries? That's what one of the things you're learning this month and like moving forward. Because there's a time when you might say, how could this play out? There could be a time where, someone comes to you, and let's say you've had a difficult situation in a relationship with somebody, and then they finally like open up to you because, let's say, they are struggling with addiction, or they have some other issue where they're like, you know, I had this happen to me. And then you ask yourself, okay, I can show, I understand, because of all the knowledge and experience I have in my life and in my past lives with that South Node in the 12th house and or Pisces. I can show compassion to this person because they are truly, needing my help, wanting my help, and they are truly, um, sincerely trying to find help. But there could be another situation that comes up, and it could be a reoccurring person in your life where, again, they're sucking you into some sort of dramatic thing, and you ask yourself, okay, how many times am I going to go through this? You know, or even could be, it doesn't have to be a person that you have history with. It could be a person that comes up. You just have to ask yourself honestly, do boundaries need to be set with this situation or person, or is it a time for me to show compassion? That's really what you're trying to figure out, because you know that is one of your amazing gifts. But that, with that gift of compassion, and that gift of all your knowledge of universal energies, there could be people that maybe take advantage of that. And so that's what you're trying to figure out this month and moving forward. So like I said, just ask yourself those questions. Is it a time for compassion or for boundaries? And you're going to see, when you do that, you're going to know the answer. You're going to go, well, even if your heart might tug you, like, because your natural inclination is to forgive, or to, to show compassion, you might say, well, I really have to set boundaries. Now, it's not going to be easy, because especially if this person is reoccurring in your life and they've been used to having you there all the time and maybe taking advantage of you, um, it's not going to be easy. But doing our north nodes are not easy a lot of times, okay? But it's well worth it. And when you do this, what you're going to find is the end result for you. Here's what's going to happen. The end result for you is, when you do this, it's going to balance your life. Your life is going to be more balanced, as opposed to like lows and highs and lows and highs. You're going to find yourself balancing, where it's going to be like, okay, and you're going to find this equilibrium. That's really the end goal for all of this. So yeah, really interesting month, really good work out there. I know you've been through a lot. Keep up the good work. Keep moving toward that north node. You got this. We need compassionate people in this world, but we also need strong people who set boundaries. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope this reading was helpful to you. If you like the video, if you could just hit that like button, or reach out, with a question or comment. It really helps the algorithms. So again, thank you so much. And if you like a personal reading, there'll be a link in the description box below. But thanks for watching. We'll see you on some more videos. Many blessings.